Okay, everyone, this is the last part of our class, of today's class. And in this last part, I'm gonna introduce a little bit of grammar. It's not a difficult subject, it's simple, okay? I know it's the last part, but I need you to pay attention because it's something that, you know, it's simple, but you have to understand. Um, it may cause some confusion because of could. If I have not mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure I did. Could is a modal verb or can be used as a modal verb. But today we are going to learn that could, this one here, could can be used as is the past form of can. Okay? It has nothing to do with modal verb. It has nothing to do with making requests. Uh, okay? It's just the past form of can. So when you're talking about expressing the idea of ability, when you want to tell someone about something you know, or something you do, or something you don't know, or something you don't do, you use can and could. But can you use for present, abilities, things you can do now, and could you use for things and abilities you did in the past. Okay? For example, look, listen here. I can drive. Daniel can drive today. But I could not drive when I was a little child. Okay? So this is how you use this. Um, let's read this orange part here. Open your book if you haven't on page 107, your student book, okay? But let's take a look here. This orange box. Use can and can't to talk about ability to do something in the present. Use could and couldn't to talk about ability to do something in the past. So that's the difference. That's the only difference you have. This one can, can't in the present. Couldn't, could in the past. That's it. Okay? So now I'm gonna turn on the video. Pay attention to the video, okay?
Could, couldn't, and can, can't. Past and present ability. Unit 8, Lesson F. Watch and listen. Grammar rule. Use can and can't to talk about ability to do something in the present. Use could and couldn't to talk about ability to do something in the past.
I could play the piano 10 years ago, and I can play the piano now.
He could speak French before, but he can't speak French now.
She couldn't use a computer before, but she can use a computer now.
They couldn't cook last year, and they can't cook this year.
Check your understanding. Look at the picture. Complete the sentence.
I could play the piano 10 years ago, and I can play the piano now.
He could speak French before, but he can't speak French now.
She couldn't use a computer before, but she can use a computer now.
They couldn't cook last year, and they can't cook this year.
Let's review. Past.
I could dance as a child.
I could run fast as a child.
I couldn't type fast before.
Present.
I can dance now.
I can't run fast now.
I can't type fast now.
Okay, how was it? Easy or difficult? Okay, so now what I want us to do, I want us all to practice a little bit. So we are gonna go to our workbook. Okay, open your workbook. Okay, now we are in our workbook, and open your workbook on page 101. 101, 101. Okay, and we are gonna practice the use of can and could. Remember that I use can or can't for abilities in the present, things I can do in the present, and I use could or couldn't for abilities or things I did in the past. Okay, so let's go and take a look at exercise 3, page 101 in your exercise book, your workbook. You have a chart and you have two pictures. You have the picture of a young girl 10 years ago, and now you have a picture of a woman now, right? And now you have this chart telling some abilities, showing some abilities here, and what the person could do and what the person can do. Okay, you have all here. And based on this chart, you had to complete the sentences. Okay, remember this? Okay, so the name of this girl, this woman, is Danny. So now let's talk about Danny. And for example, 10 years ago, when she was a little girl, she couldn't cook, she could dance, she couldn't drive, she could run fast, she could play the piano, she couldn't read English, she couldn't speak Spanish, she couldn't take care of a family. But now she can cook, she can't dance, she can't drive, she can't run fast, she can play the piano, she can read English, she can speak Spanish, and she can take care of a family. Okay? So now let's do this together, okay? We're just gonna complete here. Number 1. Danny couldn't cook 10 years ago, but she can cook now. Number 2. Danny, it's yes, right? So Danny could dance 10 years ago, but she can't dance now, right? Good. Do you understand why I used could and why I used can't? Okay, let's go to number 3. Danny couldn't drive 10 years ago, and she, what? Very good. She can't drive now. Okay, good. Let's go to number 4. Danny, run fast. Okay, Danny could run fast 10 years ago, but she can't run fast now. Okay, good. Continuing. Play the piano. Danny could play the piano 10 years ago, and she can play the piano now. Okay, good. Number 6. Read English. Look here. Danny couldn't read English 10 years ago, but she can read English now. Okay, good. Number 7. Danny speaks Spanish. Danny couldn't speak Spanish 10 years ago, but she what? She can speak Spanish now. And the last one, take care of a family. Danny, 10 years ago, what? Danny couldn't take care of a family 10 years ago, but she can take care of a family now. Okay, good. Let's check our answers and see if they're correct. Yes, they are all correct. Okay. Okay, everyone. That's all for this week. I hope you had enjoyed this week's class. I try to go slower this time, and I hope you enjoyed everything we did. An important thing is that go to your workbook and do the exercises. Even if I didn't do the exercises with you during the class, all the exercises, if we covered, for example, Unit 8, Lesson F, and I didn't mention this, and I didn't do the exercise during the class, still I want you to understand that that lesson is like a it's homework, even if I didn't mention that. So I want you to be proactive in learning English, okay? To engage the class, to engage the books, and to really make use of what you have. Because online learning, It's not easy. It's comfortable, it's convenient, but it's not easy. And sometimes for some people it's even more difficult because of all the temptations we have around us, because it relies way more on us. We need much more focus to get the same amount of learning, the same amount of engagement if it's in a physical class. Okay, so I do encourage you to focus on that. Also, review the material constantly. Okay, so if you go back not only to recent lessons but even like units 1, unit 2, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, go back and review, especially those that mention verbal tenses. So review them, and if you see that there is something that you want to refresh, you want to learn more, or you need to just relearn that, uh, send me a message, okay? Because that's why I'm here. Send me a message. Send me a message, okay? It's very important for you to um, communicate with me about your needs, what you, uh, if you need help, and what I can do for you. Okay? I hope you had enjoyed this week's class. I hope you have a terrific rest of the week. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay healthy. Keep social distancing. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Watch your children. And take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.